All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right. No, you're so welcome. Right. Okay. So if we're ever the people that are looking around and we're like, okay, she's getting blessed, she's getting her moment, she's ranking up, she's getting her points, she's adding ambassadors. I need you to really just think of it like, okay, if God's blessing everybody around me, that means he's what? In the neighborhood. I say that all the time. If he's in your neighborhood, what does that mean? Your door is next, right? So sometimes we get really down where we're like, dang it, it's not me yet. It's a yet thing. This is not an ever thing, right? So really keep yourselves uplifted with understanding, listen, if everybody in my circle is moving and they're seeing changes, then that means my circle is where it's at. That means that something's happening over here, that we all have the right nuggets, that we all have the right tools and resources, the right leadership that's really able to assist us and get us to the next level, all right? A lot of times we have to talk back to our own worst critic. All right. You've got something in your head that'll tell you all the things. You can't do it. You're not strong enough, right? You're just a mom. What are you doing? We hear all the things in our heads, right? We hear all of it. Some of us wouldn't even share all the things that we hear in our heads, right? Because you'd almost just be like, oh my goodness, you don't even want to know. This is one of those things though, where you have to talk back to it. And some days you might even feel crazy, but guys, I really do that now. And I'm just kind of like, the devil is a lie. Girl, I don't know who said that, but that sure wasn't for me, right? I really like to sit there and go back with it. We can talk, we can chit chat all day with ourselves. We do it naturally anyway. If you're driving, somebody cuts you off and we fuss, right? We might even cuss. Let's be honest, nobody heard you. You still had to get it out, right? I need you to talk to yourself that same way when it comes to your business, right? The same way that you wanted that person to really see how angry you were with getting cut off. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror those days and really go, okay, I don't feel like Emerald today, but daggone it, I'm going to be Emerald, right? I might not feel it today, but it's happening. I don't know when, but it's happening, right? Or maybe give yourself a timeline. Say right now, all right, at the end of the month, daggone it, I'm adding 150 points, right? Now figure out how you can do that. Some people say that they don't know what work goes into that. I want you to think of every 25 points as a silver, right? If I want 150 points, I need 6 silvers, right? That doesn't mean that I have to develop all 6 silvers, but maybe I can bring on 3. And maybe those 3 can bring on 3. Right? Maybe I can develop 2. And one of them is a rock star recruiter. Let's help her get her 5 to silver, right? You can break it down. Yes, Megan, break it down in chunks. Do not stress yourself out with numbers, with ideas of thinking you have to carry the entire team. We do not make it anywhere in this business alone. So I don't want you stressed about progress, thinking you're doing it alone. All right? Break it down. I always say every 25 points, a silver, every 50 points, a senior silver. You know what you're capable of. You know what you've already done. You know what your challenge, right? If your challenge is recruiting, all right, we need to figure out how we can reel people in. Sometimes that's just a setup of, let's switch up the verbiage. Let's change how we're talking to people. Instead of, hey, would you mind sharing? Hey, girlfriend, let's referral 3 people. Let's send that bonus link. Let me get you that bonus cash. It sounds so much better than, hey, can I help you go silver? They don't even know what you're talking about, right? So these people are like, girlfriend, I don't know, Chantal, what are you saying? Right? Diane, no, I don't want to be silver. I don't even know what that is. But when you're like, hey, you know, you could earn $100 if you invited your mom, your aunt, and your sister. People were like, what? Right? Can you imagine being in line at Target and they're like, hey, if you wanted to go back to the back really quick and grab that coupon, you get $100 off. We would run. I would run. I would say, can you hold my things? I'll be right back. Right? Do you want to watch my kids too? I'll be right back. It doesn't matter. We want to save money. Right? No one knows silver. We have to remember that you're also, you guys, you got to break it down. When you're talking to a new person, I need you to remove all your Plexus lingo. Try to talk about Plexus without saying Plexus, without saying the products, without saying the promotions, without saying the ranks. Talk to them about the business without speaking about your business and see how you can hold a conversation. All right? Can you say, I want to help you earn your money back without even saying Plexus? Right? Can you advise somebody to share without saying the word share? Can you help somebody earn $100 without saying the promotion? Right? There's so many ways that we can work around it, but we wrap ourselves in really thinking about the main thing that we almost keep ourselves from doing anything because we've overanalyzed it to a point where now we're like, Dag, I don't even want to talk to them. Right? Now I've completely scared myself out of the conversation. Don't do that. It's not worth it. right? And at the end of the day, you guys, if we don't move or speak or post or go live at all, you're still getting nowhere. So I prefer you to do it scared, right? I'd prefer you to take the fumble. I'd prefer you to do the little blooper, right? A lot of times we can relate with that. I always laugh at myself. You know why? Because you laughing at me won't affect me, right? Right? If I can laugh at myself, why do I care if other people laugh? That doesn't matter to me, right? I like to make people laugh. It makes me happy. So we need to start thinking of it that way. There's one thing that I just saw that says, sell the problem you have, sell the problem you solve, not the products. Sell the problem you solve, not the product. Sorry, I totally wrote that weird on my paper, right? So what is the problem that you solve? Guys, there's thousands. There's hundreds of problems that we solve, right? Now, between you and I, okay, compliance is not in your one-on-one conversations. Say whatever the heck you want, daggone it, okay? When you're talking to someone face-to-face, heck yes, this helps my mom with diabetes, right? Heck yes, my friend with arthritis is feeling better, right? When you're posting is when you need to be mindful, because it's not Plexus that's completely on you, it's the CDC. This is way bigger than us. I need people to just understand that. But when you're talking to someone, if it is a true result, if it is an honest result, say it out loud. There is nothing better than going through something, enduring something, and getting through it and knowing you can help someone else, right? So what I love is when I hear someone say, yeah, my mom's diabetic. I'm like, oh, she needs some Slim. Come here. Let's chat, right? I can't even sell this stuff. And I hand it out in church like it's candy, right? So making sure you're selling the problem that you solve, not the product. We all share the same products, right? And let me keep in mind, let me let you think about it this way. Megan, as a diamond, is not selling anything different than you, right? She sells the same pink drink at the same cost. She sells the same Vital Biome at the same cost. So a lot of people think, oh my goodness, she's diamond, I can't get there. Why? She's doing the exact same thing you're doing. She's either put more time in the game, right? AKA she's been here longer, or she's just heard a whole bunch more no's than you. That's it. That's it. And guess what we do with those no's? The no's will either deter you from continuing to have the conversation, or you're going to Ariana Grande them and say, thank you, next. Okay, no problem. You said no, and I'm moving along. How about you, right? I just said on my peer coaching call, if we get so hung up on that one no, or that person that was like, I want it. And then what happens when they disappear on us? We start to take it personally. We're like, what happened? You said you wanted in, you got this close, you got here, and then you refunded, or you returned it, or you quit. What happened? That's not your problem, right? This is a voluntary business. So guess what? That means I can come and go as I please, the same way I go to church on Sunday, right? So we can't hold up people from making them, or we can't hold on to people that don't want to be held, right? We cannot try to, this one gets me every time and I love it. A lot of people are like, how do I breathe life back into my team? You don't. If anybody's dead, you leave them. Right? That is my hard fact and truth. If anybody's asleep and they're like, I don't want to do anything. Okay, call me when you're ready. I'm going to talk to Megan, right? I'm going to talk to Teresa. Jenna, where you at, girl? Right? Because I'm not going to continue to waste my energy and time on something I'm not going to get a return on investment on. Right? So who does want it? That's where I want your focus to go this week and this month. Who does want it? Who said that they want it and who's willing to put in the work? Right? Now, easy way to find this out. Put a chat together, ask about commitment. Hey, girlfriend, who's into doing this with me? I'm ready to add 3 people this month. Let's go. Right? Now, there will be a whole bunch of people to say, I'm in. Boom. Okay, I'm in. We get it all the time. We hear it all the time. Right? Then we have people go crickets. We hear crickets. People just disappear. And you're like, what the heck? She said she was in. Right? You have to ask more questions. Commitment is not enough. Right? Commitment is not always enough. Commitments are words, right? Now give them action steps. How do I make sure? I think that's my mom at the door and she will be okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'll let my kids do it. Okay. But seriously, action steps. We have to go ahead and get it, baby. We have to make sure that people are actually going to do the work. I think it's grandma. And let grandma know I'm on a call. You guys might meet my mom today. Yep, that's grandma. Okay, amen. And what we have to do is we have to show them like, hey, I don't need just a commitment from you. I need to see you do something. What are you willing to do, right? Now, hi, Mom. Oh, she's so sweet. Look at this. That's your brother. Oh, that's my little brother gave it for me for Mother's Day. Amen. But we have to get the commitment. We have to get more than just the commitment, right? She said, love seeing that real life behind you. Yes, girl, we have real life. I have a 10 and 11-year-old too. You don't want to see that real life. They will just all up behind me. And I'm like, really? I'm going to throw a slipper at you in about 5 seconds. But you got to love them. My kids are amazing. Everybody knows. Happy Mother's Day to all of those who are moms as well. And anyone that might have lost a mom or a child, I'm praying for you. I'm here for you. All right. But that commitment, right? We get people that say I'm in, and then we get crickets. Now you have to worry about following up. There's fortune in the follow-up. You hear that all the time in this business. How are you following up? So if Teresa said, hey, I'm in, I want to add the 3 with you. Okay, girlfriend, here, we're going to go live today. We're sending out our 3 IPAs today. We're reaching out to 10 new people. We're interacting with 20 on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whichever one you choose, reach out, right? And then by the end of the week, guess what we're doing? I'm checking in. How are you doing? Did you get your 1? How about 2? How about 3? The people that show up and start doing stuff, those are the people that want it because they're making things happen. But the people who are going to respond to you and go, oh, you know what? My kid got sick. We ended up having to go out of town really quick. I needed to go to the store. These things may very well be true, right? They might be completely sincere and, hey, I wanted it, but things came up. Guess what? Focus your energy elsewhere. Call me when you're ready. I completely understand. Let me know when you get your 3. Let's talk. Right? So that way you're putting the shift back on them, or you're putting the responsibility back on them. Like, hey, girlfriend, I am not going to kill myself trying to get you to share. Right? If that's what you're doing, I need you to stop doing that right now. I just told someone a second ago, we cannot love the potential in someone so much, right? That we are sitting there just trying to drag people along with us all day. Right? It's just like, and I think I have all people are women on here. If not, I'm so sorry, right? But let's think about when it comes to dating, right? You cannot date somebody for just potential, right? I cannot only love the potential in you. That's not the person that I see. It's the person I want to see. So are you looking at all these people on your business like, oh my gosh, she has so much potential. Yes, honey, but she's not doing anything. That potential only gets you excited and has her just sitting there chilling like she's been doing, right? So we have to sit here and go, okay, is that potential or is that movement? Potential is what you want them to do. Movement is what they actually are choosing to do. Put them in their boxes and we're done, right? We are not giving any more energy to people who are taking from you and aren't giving anything back into their business. You have way too much to lose. Right? So if they fall off, if your team is sleeping, guess what you're going to do? You're letting them sleep. I'm finding new people. Goodbye. Right? When your alarm clock goes off, call me. When you're ready to work, call me. When you want to do the IPA, call me. And you don't have to be nasty about it. Guys, we don't have to be difficult. We don't have to be difficult. You can say, girlfriend, I totally sent you that email about a month ago. If you're ready, do that IPA for me and give me a call when it's done. All I'm trying to do is see what you're willing to do in order for me to invest my time in you now, right? Now, this is a difference between customers and ambassadors who say they want to work. I highly encourage you to always love on your customers. Always love on your customers. We would not be here without customers. Think of your business as Amazon. What do we do when we go on Amazon? It doesn't matter how cheap or expensive it is. I go straight to the reviews, right? If they have at least 3 to 5 stars, I'm buying it. You know why? Because it said it worked. I believe it. I don't even care if they lied about it, right? I think it worked. Okay, there's 5 people that said it's amazing. I'm in there, right? That's how I want you to think of your business. Where are your reviews? If you're an Instagrammer, which everybody, I definitely want you to be because Instagram is where it's at, all right? You should have a highlight reel that is specifically for reviews or testimonies because I need people to go to your page whenever they choose and know that your products are working, whether you said it that day or not. Does that make sense? Your reviews are going to get people looking at you. Your reviews are what get people to sign up. If I know that so-and-so lost 100 pounds and you even have a before and after, I want in, right? That's what we do. We look at pictures on Instagram or social media and we're like, wait a minute, what's going on over here? Right? That's why I love before and afters. If you don't have any for yourself, steal them. Guys, Plexus is a sharing is caring kind of business. I can take Chantal's, Diane's, and Teresa's before and afters and goes, here's what another Plexus ambassador found. I don't have to know you. We do this all the time. And you'll be amazed. Ask Megan. Diamonds do this all the time. They've got a group chat where they literally post one thing and everybody takes it and runs. Right? That's how your business can be. Keep doing that. Share those things. If you don't post a testimony a day, you need to start. Okay? You need to start. Why? Because you have a new person looking at your feed every day. That is how much networking is in social media. Right? Some of you probably have even started this business via social media from Megan, right? You found Megan and you hopped on. Do you see how her social media played a significant role in your life before you even knew who she was? Your Instagram can do that for you. No, you do not need 60K. Guys, I've seen people that are successful with 500. We've got diamonds with like 767 followers. It doesn't matter how many people you have. It's how many people you can help solve that problem with, right? Mindset is all up here. We got to shift it. Shift your perspective. All right. One thing I always say, like when something's going wrong is I'm like, the devil won't let me be great today, right? When your internet's not working, oh, they won't let me be great, right? I want you to think that it's always something that's trying to push you off. It's not enough to do it though. Okay, there should be nothing that has enough power over you to make you want to close your computer and say, I don't want to do this again. If that is the case, then you are operating on validation alone in this business, and that is not going to make you successful. You have to believe you can do it more than Megan can believe you can do it. You have to want it more than I want you to want it. All right. Secondly, I read this just a second ago and I thought it was actually hilarious. It talks about the 5 sins of sales. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing. All right, but it's hilarious to me. Number 1, not honoring your word. Right? So if you say you're going to call somebody, call them. If you can't, at least reach out. Hey, girlfriend, something came up. Can we reschedule? Can I push you back 10 minutes? Right? But honor your word. All right. Second, not listening. Right? I would hate to tell somebody that I have a food allergy and then you still sent me something with that exact thing in it. Right? We got to listen to our people. We have to hear them. We're trying to serve while we're running a business. We're trying to serve. I got you, Megan. We'll be done in 10 minutes, I promise. Insincerity. Are you being completely genuine? Or are you only reaching out because you need a new ambassador? Right? Build relationships. Hey, girlfriend, how are you? You're on my heart. Guys, this is now the market for teachers. If you know any teachers, this is your time to go after them. The reason being, they are out of work in less than 30 days. Your East Coast, so y'all's is June. Ours is over in a couple of weeks, actually, over here in Arizona, right? But there are so many people that not only don't want to go back to teaching because COVID wrecked them when they went back and it was all kinds of craziness, right? And then there are people that just need the money for the summer, right? You're providing a solution to multiple. This is now a business that somebody is looking for and they have no idea that they need it. What are you posting to show them that? Are you posting about the incentives going on? You can go silver this month and make $365 on top of the other incentives. You can make just shy of 500. Can you imagine telling somebody they can make $500 in 30 days? I'm in. What do I do? Right? And that's just adding 3 people within the first 30 days. That feels like nothing. It feels so easy to do. Right? Second, some simplicity sells. Please keep in mind when you're creating systems or you're using systems and things like that, if it's scary for you, if it seems like it's not doable and you're like, okay, that one's, I don't understand a whole bunch, they're not going to understand either. You need to make this as simple as a 3rd grader to go and do the dishes. You grab the Dawn, you turn on the water, you make sure it's warm, and you scrub. Then we rinse and repeat, right? It needs to be that simple. How can you teach me to share that simple? Work on that system, right? One thing I heard somebody say was, we did this ABC system. When we get them through the door, we ask them to choose either A, B, or C. The moment they start, hey, girlfriend, every time we get somebody to start, we ask them within the first 5 days to make sure that they do one of these things. Here's the options. Option A, I want you to shout me out on social media. Just say, hey, I'm super excited about my health journey, right? We're not talking plexus. Some people don't want to share. They don't want to talk about your business right away, right? And you want to say, hey, I just want you to shout me out, right? Can you shout me out on social media? Some people will post it themselves. They'll think of it. B is I'll create it for you. You post it. So let me help you shout me out via social media. Here's the post. I just need you to post it and tag me. Okay. C is give me your testimony, right? Now, if they don't have a testimony because they're brand spanking new, guess what you can do? You can reword this and say, can you tell me what it was that drew you to Plexus and why you're still sticking with it? Because that is the part of their testimony. If I started because I don't sleep well, if I started because I have skin irritation, if I started because I have IBS, right? That's the part of my testimony that's going to be that you're going to hear later. You're just going to hear that I got through it, right? Just because it's a not yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? So I would say, hey, Diane, yeah, I actually started because I suffer with allergies. I get sick all the time the moment the pollen comes out, and I heard that this stuff works, right? So what I would post is, here's what one of my new customers found, or one of my new customers decided to start Plexus on her journey to get rid of her allergies, and I'm super excited to work with her, or to get rid of her symptoms, right? Sometimes compliance, if you can't think of the red flag word of a synonym for it, just talk about the symptom. I can't say diabetes. What does diabetes do? It affects your blood sugar levels. Right? I can't talk about arthritis. What does arthritis do? I have pain in my joints, right? I can't talk about IBS. I have horrible stomach issues, right? So talk about the symptom instead of the actual issue to keep yourself out of trouble. All right. Second, I need you to adapt personal and business routines. This is important for you as a business builder because what you're going to be doing now is something you're going to be teaching later. If you don't know your own routine, you don't know how to teach your routine, right? So when I tell you to develop a silver, you're like, no, I don't know how to do that, right? And it's because you don't have your own system down. You're just kind of going with the flow every day, right? It's not a bad thing, but we want to prepare you so that you can get those business builders, right? So the starting point is, all right, what do you do first thing you get up? I make coffee. Sometimes I do yoga. Sometimes, guys, I don't have the energy. All right. But I know it's a part, it's in there. I write it down. It's just a matter of if I check it off or not. Right. But then when you get started, what do you do as soon as you start your day as far as work goes? I check my emails. Right. So this is how you're teaching people to follow up. Go and check all your messages, respond, spend an hour doing that and done. Right. Next is what are you doing next? Okay. I'm posting. I'm trying to post. I want to reach out to my people. I want them to know I'm here. I want them to know I'm still doing this business thing. And I want people to still inquire, right? Adopt a routine. Find something that you do every single day and stick to it. All right. Secondly, build your brand. If you don't have a brand, I want you to think of the thing that you love. What does everybody love to do? It might be reading. It might be hiking. It might be fashion. It might be sewing. It might be cooking. It might be organization. Right? It might be DIYs, whatever it is, that is your brand if you love to do it and you do it all the time, right? Now you just need to find people to relate to you that love to do it as well. You cannot try and speak to everybody. You only need to speak to your market specifically, right? I'm a single mama. I can have way more conversations with single moms or mothers in general, right? Than just targeting women in general, right? Because not everybody's on the same journey. A college girl is not worried about what I go through as a single mom, right? She's having fun. She's partying. She's like, girl, I don't want to know about that, right? The same way a teacher, a mother who works full time does not want to know what a college girl is doing on Friday, right? So where's your market? Who is your market? Who's your target audience? Find them and hone it in. Women is not enough, right? If you're pregnant, guess what your market is? Pregnant women. You have someone to relate to for the next 9 months. And you get to talk about what the products are doing for you and your pregnancy. Guess what happens right after you have the baby? My target is new moms, postpartum moms, moms in general, right? Now I have new conversations to have. Anybody ever woke up feeling like crap, right? But you've got this amazing bundle of joy right in front of you. Do you know how many people can relate to that? So many people have been through that or are going through that. That is your market. I want you to think of it that way. Right? People that are working full time. Guys, working right now in the middle of COVID is a commonality. People understand what you're going through, right? They completely get it. keep making sure you're finding your audience. All right. All right. Lastly, affirmations. Guys, always, I know you hear about it all the time, but tell yourself what you need to hear. So the same thing that you might be waiting for your upline to tell you. Maybe it's the same thing you're waiting for your significant other to tell you. Maybe it's something you wish your mom would have said, right? You have to start saying those things to yourself. It needs to be enough coming from you, right? It has to be enough coming from you. Amen. So if let's think of it this way. If I don't love myself, I don't expect anyone else to do it well for me, right? So what did I have to teach myself to do? To love myself. So every day it was like, all right, girl, you got this. You're bomb.com, even with makeup, without makeup on, right? You have to start really kind of catering to that part of you that might be super insecure. So one thing I wrote, that if you struggle with that and you're like, I don't know what I would say, I have no idea, I kind of struggle with that. Try and write this down and just say, I am rich in my mind, my bank, my body, and my soul, right? You're talking about your physical, you're talking about your finances, you're talking about your mind, right? Our mentality is dangerous. I can take myself down a dark hole if I wanted to. I can also take myself out of it, right? That's all the thing that you need every single day. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Teach yourself how to take yourself out of your own pit. If you're waiting on someone else to do it, you will be waiting forever. And it is not worth your time. Okay? All right. I think that's all that I had for you. Does anybody have questions? Did anybody want like Q&A, Megan? I'm not sure. Hey mom, I'm totally on a call. Don't you love it? Like they just don't care.
I know, if I have to tell my family before, I'm like, I'm going on a call. No one is allowed downstairs. And if 100%. You come downstairs, I will throw a slipper at you, just like
right. I will throw something.
This was the most amazing thing ever. I'm getting comments like all left and right, like Jade, amazing. I appreciate it so much. I don't know if anybody has a quick, like 1-2 questions. If not, we can let you go because mom's home and kids are there, but
I know it says you got less than 1 minute.
And we have less than 1 minute. Okay, we appreciate.
You can send me a message on Facebook too, Jade Smith Plexus, if you have questions. I'd love to talk with all of you. So
awesome. Thank you so much. Can't wait to already do this again sometime soon.
You're so welcome. Everybody take care. Be blessed.
Bye. Thank you.